What is going on, you guys? This is Chris, and right now we are about to do some practicing on the Ruckus. I don't really need too much practice, but I figured I'd come out here to this empty parking lot right across the street from the Monument Stadium. For this video, I'm going to be using my Harley Davidson half helmet, quarter helmet, whatever you call this. I'm also going to be using my gloves right here, my handy dandy gloves. You want to make sure you're protecting your hands when you're doing some scooter training or motorcycle riding in general. But what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to practice some height curves as well as some figure eights. We're going to do some figure eights. We're going to do some sharp curves, just twirling around in a circle, see how sharp of an angle we can get. But let's go ahead and get my helmet on. You guys, this is the Honda Ruckus. It's a 49cc scooter. So you don't have to worry about dealing with like a clutch. You don't have to worry about shifting gears at all. All you got to worry about is that right hand throttle. On regular motorcycles, you got the clutch on your left handlebar side. Also on your left foot, you got the shift to shift gears on a regular motorcycle. On a regular motorcycle, your right foot will be where your rear brake is, and your right handbrake here is for your front brake. If you guys didn't know that, I didn't know that, but I now know it since I've taken my first time basic riders course. You guys, I do have my motorcycle endorsements, so I could get a motorcycle and ride an actual higher motor powered motorcycle, but I just really enjoy riding this Ruckus. What should we practice first, you guys? What should we practice? Let's practice walking it. Let's walk the scooter first, you guys. So we're gonna slowly twist on the throttle on that right hand side until the scooter starts to move, and then we're just gonna walk it. Let's just practice walking it. Let's walk it in circles. Shout out to Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. Definitely love watching that gentleman's videos. So if you're watching this, Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. Remember, you got some custom patches made from Patch Boy Dar, patches for the culture. Let's keep walking it. We just gonna keep on walking it. Occasionally I'll come and check on my, I'm recording on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. That's what I'm recording on. I don't have my actual camera set up, so we'll see how well the iPhone camera does. And I kind of framed it in a way to where as long as I stay within the parking lines, the edges of them, you guys should be able to see me. So right now, all I'm doing is just walking it, just walking it. Let's walk it to the front of the camera so you guys can see that I'm just walking it, and pause it. Let's go ahead and kill that engine. Turn off the ignition. Let's go ahead and prop up the scooty. Yeah. Let's make sure my turn signals and things are working. Left signal. And we got the right signal. Let's swing it around and see if you guys can see the rear brakes. Another thing I like about the Ruckus is how easy it is to move it around. You can't move a regular motorcycle around this easy. Let's go ahead and back it up. We're just making sure all the lights and everything work, you guys. So there's the rear left. And we got the rear right. It's pretty sunny out, so you guys might not actually be able to see it. And we got our brakes. Cool. All right, let's get on the Ruckus again and let's ride around. So we were walking the Ruckus. Let's go ahead and just accelerate and get our feet up and slow down and put our feet down. All right, we're gonna pick the feet up. We're gonna let go of the throttle, start slowing down, put the feet out, and smooth stop. Let's do it again, but let's turn around. We're gonna turn it around. All right, I'm gonna let go of the throttle, start hitting on the brakes, kick the feet out, smooth stop. Yeah. Be sure that you guys are practicing on your Honda Ruckus, you guys. You wanna make sure you're constantly practicing. Even if you're on a regular motorcycle, you wanna make sure you're practicing on your motorcycle. One important key feature is when you're on your motorcycle or scooter, is to turn your head. Make sure you're turning your head to see exactly where it is you're going. Because when you're riding a scooter or motorcycle, wherever you're turning your head, that is where you tend to want to have your motorcycle or scooter go. So if you want to make a sharp turn, you want to turn all the way around and you'll make that sharp turn. Let's do some donuts. Let's do some sharp curves. Look at that, look at that, look at that, whip it, whip it, whip it. Let me get a little bit closer for you guys. So another thing I'm gonna practice is my quick stops. So I'm gonna go to the back of the parking lot. I'm gonna try to accelerate, try to get to at least 15 miles an hour. And then we'll see how many spaces it takes for me to come to a quick stop on the scooter. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and back this thing up. Back that thing up. Back that thing up. Got some crazy dogs going in the background. All right, let's start right here. I'm gonna try to accelerate, get to 15, and then I'm gonna try to engage those brakes and come to a quick stop. Let's do it. And stop. Took like a parking space and a quarter. Let's try it again. I gotta get my measurements right. So I got this front parking space here. This is like my cutoff line to where I wanna make sure you guys can see me and the scooter in the frame. I think the next line up, I wanna try to stop before that line. So that third line up, I'm gonna start engaging the brakes. Let's do that. So this is a 49cc scooter, guys. So the first attempt, it was a little tricky trying to get it up to that 15 miles an hour, but we'll see if we can get up to 15 miles an hour on this thing. Here we go. Plus I don't want to just full throttle it. So right, start braking. All right, right when my wheel hit that third line, I started braking and I stopped like 2 feet past the second line coming this way. That's not too bad on the scooty, but I don't think I was quite hitting that 15 miles an hour. This is a little scooter, it doesn't go too fast. But I think that's enough of my quick stopping because I don't want to strain my brakes too much. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna practice doing a little bit of weaving and then we'll practice some figure eights. Let's do it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, you guys. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button already, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel because I plan on making more future Honda Ruckus content. And when I get an actual motorcycle, I'll make some motorcycle content. So I'm gonna practice weaving through every other line. And right there, and let's turn it around. And let's do it again, going up the other way. Every other line. I'm leading the scooter a little bit. Let's turn it around here. Got some twigs. Let's start right here. Every other line, I'm just gonna try to weave in between. I don't actually have some cones. That if I had some cones, I would set some cones up so you guys can like really see me weaving between the cones, but we gotta work with what we got. After this, we'll do some figure eights. Actually, before we do figure eights, let's practice just doing slow and controlled circles. So I'm gonna come right here. When we do our circles, make sure you're turning your head so that way you see where you're going. You wanna always look at where you're going, not where you're at. So let's go ahead and do that real fast. Let me get some momentum. I'm gonna look at where I'm going. I'm not looking at where I'm at, I'm looking at where I'm going. And look at these curves, you guys, look at this. I'm looking at where I'm going, not where I'm at. You guys, you cannot be afraid to turn your head, you guys. You need to turn your head and look at where you're going. Because when you turn your head to look where you're going, your scooter will follow. And let's stop right there. Bam. So we were just doing some left-hand circles. We're gonna start doing some right-hand circles now. Once again, I'm gonna keep looking at where I'm going. I'm not gonna look at where I'm at. Ooh, you hear that engine? That engine sounds like a beast, don't it? It's a monster. Let's go. Let me get into a proper alignment. This should be a good start point. So now I'm gonna look at where I'm going. Not looking at where I'm at, I'm looking at where I'm going. And as I'm doing this, I'm not holding down the throttle. I'm kind of giving it little revs. Because if I hold down the throttle like right now, notice that my curves get a little bit wider because I'm getting a little bit more momentum. So right now, all I'm doing is giving it like little throttles here and there, just so I can practice and keep controlled curves. Look at where I'm going. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Ooh, look how tight these curves are. I don't think you can get curves this tight on the motorcycle. Yes, indeed. All right, you guys, so we just did some somewhat tight curves. I was controlling that throttle. I wasn't just holding down the throttle. I was giving it little revs here and there. So now we're gonna do that same thing, but we're gonna try to do some figure eights. We'll just do a figure eight pattern, okay? But when I'm doing this figure eight pattern, notice the way that my head's looking. Let's do it. No, I am not a motorcycle trainer or a scooter trainer. I'm getting this stuff straight out the book, and this is stuff that I've learned during my basic rider course. So let's go. So let's start over out here. Let's figure eight here. We'll do a little bit wider figure eights. And then we'll look this way. Let's try to stay within the parameters of the parking sign, parking marks. And notice how I'm leaning the scooter, you guys. Don't be afraid to lean your scooter. As long as you're giving it good throttle and good control, you can lean your scooter however much you want to. Ooh, look at how I got control of this scooter, you guys. This thing is amazing. Figure eighting it. Ah. Oh yeah. That was fun, you guys. That was fun. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Hope you guys enjoyed me driving the 2023 Honda Ruckus around, doing a little bit of lessons. These lessons you will find in your little manual that comes with the Honda Ruckus. Some of these lessons that we did do in the basic riders course. So we did some of those figure eights, we did some of those somewhat sharp curves, and we did some quick stops, as well as we did some walking the motorcycle where you find that friction zone so that way the motorcycle can start going on its own. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been Chris. Shout out to our sponsors, Patch Boy Darb. Shout out to Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. If you end up watching this video, if you need some more patches, I'm your boy. We'll see you on the next Honda Ruckus video. Peace. And guys, before we fully get out of here, we stopped by at the Black Hills Harley Davidson right there, as you can see. As you can see, they got the tent set up. They're still working on some things, getting ready for Sturgis. It is going to be a big Sturgis, you guys. It is the 85th anniversary for Sturgis, so it's going to be a pretty big one. I'm gonna try to get some custom Sturgis patches made so that way I can make a little bit of moolah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you guys, it is about to go down here in Rapid City, South Dakota. Once again, this has been Chris. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.